The following program is not for children. Alright, time for another remake video. So, back when I finally got a hang of this, my second video where I finally got the hang of this was a video about why I love AndrewJohn100's videos. I've been largely distancing myself with the FNAF community mainly due to a lot of unfortunate stuff involving certain creators in the community. I'll probably make a comment in the video comment section to explain why more in detail. But Andrew is not only one of the only few good creators in the community left, but his content has significantly improved by a lot. And rewatching his video today for this one has inspired me to decide to remake this. Now, let's go over why I like his channel so much. So, the first video I saw of him back in 2017 was Chica's Diet, which was a pretty simple standard video, but it was enough to keep watching. So I decided to go through his entire channel. His first true FNAF video, aside from an animation test, was the Freddy Fazbear Friends episode Trip to the Moon, which he would later remake in an amazing video back when he would actually finally know what he was doing. The original version was... Okay, listen. He was a kid when he made this, his first true animation and the first episode of the series. But, yeah, to say that it was rough was an understatement. Yeah, a lot of source filmmaker FNAF animations at the time period are nostalgia, but at the same time, I can't lie when I say that this shit, god damn, it was bad. First off, aside from the obvious bad animation, because again, it's his first, it was very obvious that all the characters were voiced by one kid. That kid being AndrewJohn100 himself. He played all the characters. Later, he would try to give Freddy a deep voice and succeed. Chica did give her a high-pitched girl voice, but like for Bonnie and Fox, it's just like the exact same voice. Not only that, but these videos will also have originality problems. Like for instance, the episode The Bunny Rat is almost identical to the Super Mario Logan episode, Junior's Pet. Chica and Junior both get a pet that spray the characters like Bonnie and Shapipi. They get killed at the end by an authority figure like Freddy and Bowser and DN. In general, this also goes with the character's behavior too. Like, Chica was similar to SML's version of Bowser Jr. and Bonnie was similar to SML's original character Shapipi. Speaking of Bonnie and Chica, a lot of these videos will just be Chica and Bonnie videos. And these Chica and Bonnie videos will be in a similar style to, again, the 2014, 2015 Super Mario Logan Jr. Shapipi videos, where it would literally just be Bonnie and Chica going at each other's throats, screaming at each other non-stop. And these would be long and excruciating episodes too. Like fucking 15 minutes, like 22 minutes, or hell, sometimes maybe even 30, of just Bonnie and Chica screaming about like fucking like pizza or some shit like that, screaming about guitars. Sometimes he would just like redo the same shit twice. Like for example, Double Trouble and The Trouble with Revenge. These episodes are literally the exact same episode. Bonnie fights Chica for his guitar. Chica fights Bonnie for her cupcake. Fucking Bonnie and Chica fight each other over like some stupid shit they did a few years ago. Freddy's there, he has no personality, he's just there to watch all the chaos. He doesn't do shit about it. And then at the end, he just like grounds Bonnie or some shit, and he just lets Chica out the hook or something like that. Like, it's literally just like the same video, except The Trouble with Revenge is for some reason 19 goddamn minutes long. The worst video he made that even he himself hates is Chica Runs Away, which was somehow the 35,000 subscriber special, where Bonnie frames Chica for destroying the kitchen, with the kitchen being destroyed in a completely unrealistic way, by the way, with a fucking wrench blowing up the oven. Freddy's a douchebag, Foxy has no character, and Bonnie's just a jackass. He wants Chica to starve to death on the streets. Why? I don't know. And it's going to be even more stupid, like there was going to be like a fucking court scene and when Bonnie like go to jail and like starve to death or some shit like that. I don't know. It's just so stupid. Like even he himself hates it. I can see why. But then 2018 rolled around, and 2018 marks what I call the improvement era. So the last video we made his original house was the box two-parter. Bonnie Chica enter Golden Frey's mythical box where he locked the Nightmare animatronics. The Nightmare animatronics escaped, so they burned down the house, and thus they need to move to a new house with the help of Shadow Freddy. He then decided to add in more characters rather than just Bonnie and Chica screaming at each other, entering the FNAF 2 crew, the Withers that he custom made, and the toy animatronics. I mean the Funtime animatronics too. He also started including Springtrap and Golden Frey with not more videos. So now we have a large cast of characters and a Looney Tunes show like sitcom, rather than just Bonnie and Chica screaming at each other. Each character was unique, had their own personality and their own relationships. However, my two favorite videos he made are Evil Comeback and Bonnie Runs Away. Bonnie Runs Away is Chica Runs Away done right. After another fight with Chica again and getting grounded by Freddy, Bonnie stands up for himself, so he quits Fazbear's, and after unsuccessfully working with the toys, he goes to Circus Baby's Pizza and meets and falls in love with Baby, become a part of the band. However, Ennard, who in this universe, instead of being an amalgamation of Funtime animatronics, is an unfinished prototype animatronic made by William Mapton before he got springlocked to death. Springtrap shows up, he turns Ennard good, and Bonnie and Baby get together. And it's really funny with Chica, especially being funny, beating everybody up. Evil Comeback, however, has been my favorite, because it is pure classic Springtrap to a T. I love these episodes where one of the main characters turns evil and the other main characters needs to turn them back or get them out of their monstrous state. And here Springtrap gets repossessed by William Afton, who decides to go back to his missing children incident roots. The best fight scene he has ever made, aside from Unwanted Spirits. Unwanted Spirits is another episode that is like so masterfully done, where it includes a Shadow animatronics and Shadow Toy Bonnie possesses Toy Bonnie, and then we get a fucking awesome ghost fight. It is peak fiction. Shout out to Andrew and his friends for that shit. Well, unfortunately, Golden Frey dies due to Springtrap and Evil Comeback, which sucks. And the reason was because he couldn't find a place for him in the show, because he was just Golden Freddy but older, which I do get. I do miss Willow Golden Freddy, but I understand why. Springtrap in general, this isn't really my favorite Springtrap. I don't like Good Guy Springtrap, but for the context of a sitcom, it works. I also like how they only gave him like one kid, which was Circus Baby, since she in the game is his favorite, so here too. Bonnie and Baby's relationship is also another thing that starts during this era as well, although during the 2020s they would break up in universe because of not really having much in common and Bonnie's temper, which they would actually make a whole video on that, where he turns into Blackheart Bonnie, and he gets a really good redemption where they finally acknowledge how much of a dick he was back then, and he decides to erase Blackheart Bonnie from his mind and become a good person fully and control his anger. I never expected a fucking plush series to be this deep, yet here we are, and it is really, really, really well written, in addition to being hilarious. Now, as for Bonnie and Baby, I don't know where this ship started. Another FNAF-based YouTuber named The Legend Johnny Albert also has a ship. He still does it, unlike Andrew, but hey, it's nice seeing Bonnie actually has something to care about outside of fucking the guitars all day. So yeah, this was a short one, but hey, it's one that I really wanted to do. So yeah, we're going to end this on a positive note. I love Andrew, not parasocially, just as a fan, and while I do leave the FNAF community because of issues, I will still stay subscribed to him as well as Taylorland. So Andrew, keep up the good work, and I can't wait to see more of your Dual Circuit series.